What's up, everybody? Welcome to, 11? 11 of 11.
11 of
101,
11.
or whatever. With me and Tyler here. This is the podcast that we're doing about our daily 75 hard struggle and all sorts of other crap or whatever, whatever we want to talk about, basically.
Dang straight.
So how's your day been going?
It's going okay, honestly.
Yeah.
I mean, you know how it goes. If you ain't sore, you're doing it wrong.
Have you been sore?
I'm sore, man.
Like every day?
Yeah, today I'm really sore.
Yeah. I did dumbbell workouts yesterday, a new one.
Yeah, how's that?
With Maddie, it's really hard.
Oh,
It's
good.
not good.
Nice.
And then I found a new way to plank.
Oh, nice.
There's you plank, and then you have the dumbbell,
Yeah.
and you reach over and grab it over.
Oh, that's nice.
So you're like this, and then you move the dumbbell over, and then you go back, and then you grab it with this hand like this, and then reverse.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Oh, I do.
It worked really well, though. I guess I should lean back a little here. Yeah, I mean, I liked it. It was better than planking because it adds some variety.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's
Oh,
not
yeah.
like you're not just having to sit there and in the position. It's like you get bored, right? With this,
Yeah.
at least you're still moving. And then they did another one that was where they did rows.
Yeah.
I think it was. So you do a row and then put it back down.
Yeah.
It was pretty good.
I like that one a lot too. Or especially if you're on them, like on the handles.
Yeah. Oh,
and you can do a push up and then do
and
a
then
row.
a row. Yeah, I was doing that. They
Yeah.
had that on one of them too, because I did 3 different ones so far.
Yeah.
Why am I blurry? Come on, camera.
Come on, wake up, get back in the phone. Here, I got my ancient aliens
There we
wig
go.
on here.
Yeah.
It's Sonya backwards.
What's that dude's name?
I don't know.
Maybe we should figure that out since he's always referenced around here.
Right.
The ancient aliens hair guy. Ancient aliens hair guy.
I bet it comes right up.
It
Boom.
does.
Paul Stevenson.
Giorgio a.
Jorge.
Okay, I can't even say it. It's I'm gonna have to just show you
Alien
guys.
style. So, yeah, I'm trying to I'm keeping in there. I'm hanging in there. I get it's hard. It's supposed to be hard. It ain't supposed to be easy. And
Yeah.
I'm all about it. I got a bunch of water jugs going on now everywhere, so
Yeah.
that's kind of getting annoying.
That's how you say his name. I don't know what the dealio is there. What do you mean the water jugs are getting annoying?
Well, not really getting annoying, but I got this thing going on because I let them freeze. And then I've been filling them up with the water.
You let them freeze?
Yeah, like in the car.
Oh.
And then I'll bring one in the house after the other one is froze. You know what I mean? I got them rotating.
Oops. Sorry.
Holy moly.
Sorry. I accidentally kicked the thing over. You got them rotating from frozen to warm? Why don't you just use one jug and then just fill it up in the morning? You know
Because
what I mean?
I'm thirsty when I get to work. I'm like, I can't wait. I'm thirsty now.
Why do you have to wait till you get to work?
I don't want to use my water at my house.
Why not?
I'm cheap, man. I mean, I drink that water for pleasure.
You ever see that show? It's like extreme
Cheapskates.
savers or whatever.
This
Extreme
guy
cheapskates.
Right here. Yeah.
There's this one chick and she washes her clothes in the shower while she's showering
bathes, yeah.
to use the least amount of water. Is that what kind of situation you got going on over
kind
there?
of, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I show up at work and I test the Aquafina machine.
Yeah. You're like, I got to test it and make sure it's working.
Well, I would use the
Don't
water.
they give you water there?
I give
They have
water to
those
people
Kroger
anyways.
waters.
Yeah, I hook them up all day.
There's a fridge in our back room too with the waters, and everybody just comes back and grabs them all the time. So,
Yep. Oh, I fill that thing up every day, all day.
Is that what you're supposed to do?
Yeah, I scan them out.
Oh, you scan them
Sample
out.
'em.
Ours come in a clear plastic. They come on the specialty load. There's one Kroger. There's one case of Kroger water.
Yeah, the
every
24
time.
pack.
But you can't sell it. There's no
Nope.
UPC.
Yep, doesn't work.
So is that a thing that because they didn't do that when I was there?
It's really not a thing, but it is a thing.
So what is that case for? Are they supposed to sell it as
It's supposed to
singles?
be singles, yeah.
But before we would just tear open the 24 pack to
Right.
sell as singles. So why'd they do that?
I don't know. It's not bad policy, though, to be honest with you.
To tear them open?
No, that whole thing, just that one. Because we get enough of them anyways from
Yeah.
Aquafina or Nicaragua, whatever it's called.
No.
No, it has a
well,
name. It's called Niagara.
Niagara.
Yeah, but anyways, yeah. So
Yeah.
I got a bunch, but yeah, the bums wash their
So-
clothes in the drinking fountain. So no,
Well,
not
yeah, I
happening.
wouldn't use that. But they don't. You don't think they mess with the water machine?
No, I know they don't because it's too smart for them.
Whatever, man.
And I'm on it too, man. I'm guarding it. I'm like, hell no,
I
don't be
don't,
messing.
it doesn't really look like that. You
It
know?
doesn't?
Yeah, we have a side by side comparison here. His hair is way more messed up than yours. You know, I feel like, I mean, how many years? Maybe you need a lot more years of listening to me to get that way, you know?
To get it all psyched.
You know, at some point, this dude's hair was normal, and he was a normal dude. And then he probably met somebody like me, and it turned into that. Some other tinfoil hat wearing, started talking about ancient aliens. Why is, oh, that says Greek. Swiss-born writer, television presenter, and producer. He's a UFOologist
UFOologist, yep.
and a promoter of the ancient astronauts hypothesis. So what do you think about that? You think there's an ancient aliens?
I don't know if
Ancient
they're.
astronauts?
I don't know if I'd say ancient, but
No?
because our time is linear, maybe their time is not.
Well, I mean, I think that's a different point, right? I mean, do you think that that's what happened? Do you think that those guys came over here and, I mean, some sort of aliens came over here and basically delivered us? You think that's
Yeah.
how we got here?
I guarantee it happened. Well, or we came back.
Yeah.
Like,
What do you mean? We came back from the future?
No, we came back from Mars.
We went to Mars and then came back?
Yeah, because again, not to get too crazy, but there's this mineral that's found after nuclear blasts happen,
Yeah.
and they found it on Mars,
Yeah.
all over Mars. The Range Rover kept finding it all over the place, and we've seen it after we've done nuclear blasts here.
So you think that they just like, you think they just nuked everything and
Yeah, I think
a small amount?
I think we nuked the crap out of Earth and ran to Mars.
So do you think it was us though, or do you think we figured out robots?
Whichever happened, but boy, did we nuke Mars because there's nothing left.
Yeah.
You know, like no structures left. So it had to have been like some fury, and only humans have fury. I don't think robots have that kind of fury.
Well, what if the robots are made like us, like they're like humans?
Okay.
Did you
I
ever
get
see
that.
Battlestar Galactica?
No, we went over this last time. I've never seen that show.
I'm describing Battlestar Galactica.
Right, you did.
So you don't think that they eventually figured out AI and then they basically nuked them? Because like,
Or maybe they did figure
the
out
robots nuked everything
AI. Yeah, or we nuked everything to get rid of the robots and came back.
and came back.
As
And
cave
so then we
people.
were like anti-technology.
Or
for a
it just
while.
broke. Like we just couldn't. We didn't come back with enough of it to sustain it.
Well, if you had robots, if the enemy was robots, you would be anti-technology.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So, like, 'cause I think that's what they do in Battlestar Galactica. The spoilers, but
Spoilers.
if you get to the end of that thing, they,
After 30 years.
yeah, well, I'll just say I think they don't want to do technology anymore.
Right. And
So-
and if you look at dinosaurs, not to be like a dinosaur hater, but dang, I believe that is radiation mutation.
You think so?
I know. So look at a bunch of freak animals running around.
Well, like they don't know what they look like.
Well, I mean, but
It's all
their bones
guesses.
are all weird. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? They got a whole bunch of bones. The dude with 3
Yeah,
horns.
but
and-
even their bones are guesses. You know, to some extent, it's a guess. To some extent, they don't know exactly,
Right.
100% no,
I'm just going off the ones that they found put together, or like
but they didn't.
our
That's
grandpa
all.
found one that was put together.
Like a whole dinosaur.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Grandpa die?
He's had all sorts of stories. Okay, you need to think about what you're saying right now.
Okay.
What do you mean he found one put together?
Yeah, he was a part of
I
the
don't-
he was a part of the amateur archaeologists
Look.
of southern Utah.
Okay, well maybe he was, but I don't think even they found any put together.
Oh, they found a whole T-Rex.
No, I think that's made up. I think that's fake news.
Oh,
Yeah.
my heart broke a little bit just there.
I mean, they may have, but you got to think about this, right?
Right.
Like if depending on how it died, right? It's not like the bones are just gonna hang out
No, I
in
get
the
that.
earth. They're gonna
Right.
move around.
Right.
The earth moves.
Oh yeah, constantly. But I've
So
seen
like if the dirt all moves, why would the bones just stay intact? You know, like if I cut my hand off and bury it,
right
all these bones are gonna move.
a little bit. But sometimes when they're super mineralized, they're heavier than the surrounding masses, which also kind of gives them more protection too.
Yeah, well, I thought I read or heard somewhere that they kind of like have to piece these bones together. You know,
Oh.
it's like a puzzle.
Sometimes they do, or especially if there's like a bunch of them, like if they died with the whole pack.
Yeah.
But they usually find enough of them to kind of chart it out.
Yeah, so they have to chart it out, but it's not like the thing is just sitting
Right.
in the ground
But the one that-
perfectly put together. You know what I mean?
The one that I am understanding that Grandpa told me about was one T-Rex alone with no other, like there was some grasses with it, but pretty preserved in the sand rock.
Yeah. All right.
You look it up. It's called the Utah T-Rex. It's pretty famous.
Let's see.
But I don't know how much he helped with or how much he didn't help with, but he had a tote. He had a little canvas tote bag.
I mean, I don't know. It doesn't. Nothing comes up.
Really? On the Utah T-Rex?
Yeah. On Google. I mean, you know, there's like a couple news stories about stuff, but I don't know that anybody would even like make that thing. Like, you know, is that like because when was that? It's probably before the internet, right? Did
Yeah, Utah has protected several important tyrannosaur fossils, including a large tyrannosaur, a juvenile tyrannosaur, and a small relative of the Tyrannosaurus rex.
let's see. Why are you making me sign in? I didn't say to sign in. Stupid.
Yeah, and it was in the Grand Staircase.
Yeah.
Escalante National is where they found that thing.
Yeah, but does it say like does it show how it was found? Like it's not like put together, right?
No. Well, I mean, they dug it out eventually, but yeah, they found all his bones. Like it's like it's like in there really fossil, like really in there good.
Let's go to images and see what we got here. It's just showing a bunch of like artist renderings, not like, you know, a hole in the ground with a T-Rex in it. It's like, that's what I mean. It's like, I don't know.
No, here it
like,
is. Here's the hole in the ground with it on the Grand Yeah, here it is. Here's the Grand Escalante.
Well, here, I can't show it to them unless you like screenshot it or send it to me or something. I don't really know that that's great. Well, here's the
Here, I'm sending. I don't know how to send it to you. I'm sending it to you.
here's the BLM website. Let me go onto that and see what happens here. So I mean, it's like, I don't know though. I heard about like other dinosaurs, like they still can't necessarily tell what the outsides of them look like.
Yeah, exactly. Regardless,
But they do.
and that's what I'm trying to say is like I know from the bones that they were some googly looking things.
Yeah.
So I think they're out like radiation animals, you know. Like the squirrel, like got all radiated as heck, grew 4 legs.
So what you're saying is the nukes happen on Mars. How did the dinosaurs get here?
No, the nukes happened here first. We nuked ourselves and we had to run to
nuked
Mars.
Ourselves ran to Mars and then nuked ourselves again.
Yeah,
And now we're on number 3.
We're on number 3. Yeah, and while we were gone, all these radioactive animals were like, ooh, romping and roaming around.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Because we have all these structures that are like super awesome, right? And we don't make them no more like that.
What do you mean?
Like,
oh yeah, like
you know what I mean?
Tartarian and stuff.
Yeah,
like that.
yeah, exactly. Like, and or like the pyramids, etc., etc. Yeah, see, look at that.
A better picture of this thing. Yeah, but so are you sure this is the site?
Yeah.
See how it's all like it's not fully right, you know what I mean?
But it ain't like that wrong either, though. You see where them legs are, and you see his tail, and you know what I mean?
Yeah, but it's still a jumble. It's like they've got to figure that out, right?
A little bit, yeah.
I mean, yeah, that's the sort of the issue there. Anyways, so what were you talking about with grounding blankets?
So, grounding blankets. Okay, so first of all, the idea is kind of weird, anyways. That you're gonna plug a thing in to ground yourself at night, so you could feel better.
What is it? In case anybody doesn't know, basically you get this blanket
or sheet,
and you put it on your bed and you plug it into the wall
grounding socket.
And so what it's gonna do is it's basically gonna it's gonna hook you up to the ground.
Yeah,
right?
to earth ground.
So what? I don't think that it's as unsafe as you think. You think it's going to be unsafe?
Well, okay, here's 2 reasons why I think
it says safe right here on this one.
I know they say it's safe, but I've seen lots of safes on lots of things. So, okay.
Safe, grounding, comfort, even.
Like, okay, I know some houses, especially around here, they didn't have that big old, like new houses, new builds, they drive like 12-foot copper rod into the ground, and then they ground your whole house structure to it, and your circuit box outside is grounded to it. But there's some old builds that I know, like they have grounding issues in their house. Like we've encountered it too, or I had encountered as a handyman. The ground is bad. The earth ground is bad.
Yeah, but I think that what that's going to be more likely is that it's going to be a wire. Like a wire is either hooked up wrong in the wall, or it has somehow had somebody put a screw through it or something. And
or out of the circuit box, it isn't connected to the earth ground.
Yeah.
Earth.
Right. But what difference does it make? Because even if it's not grounding all the way back to earth, let's say, what do you think would happen if you touch the ground? If you just touch the ground in the wall, what do you think is going to happen to you?
Nothing happens. But okay, so why
is it unsafe?
First of all, if your house gets struck by lightning and it's improperly grounded, and you are this big, huge, if let's say you rub your feet on the ground and jump in your bed and you have all those positive ions, negative ions going on in you, I do believe that the lightning is going to fry you, especially since you're connected to it.
It's like, the lightning could get you either way,
Well, back in the day when they used to teach you in elementary school, they used to say, okay, now, children, don't wash your hands during a lightning storm, don't take a bath, and don't talk on the telephone.
Yeah, but they also, probably in nearly the same time, told you not to fill up your gas tank and talk on your cell phone at the same time. That's been debunked.
Right.
Like, they don't know what's going on. They tell you to eat Fruit Loops. Go eat McDonald's. You know what I mean? Like,
okay.
They have no idea what's going on. They just want you to be controlled. You know what I mean?
Right.
Especially at school.
Right.
They just want you to follow the rules, be controlled. They're like, well, we're going to attempt to teach you something here. But it's like if your house gets struck by lightning.
Yeah.
You think that if you're connected to the ground, you're at more danger than if you're not connected.
If you're laying in that bed and you're connected to the ground and your house gets struck by lightning, I guarantee you're going to ride some lightning. I promise.
Look at this wire, though. It's pretty small.
All right. Yeah.
So how much amps do you think that wire is capable of carrying from that lightning to you
Probably not enough.
before it catches on
Right.
fire
Yeah.
and
Well,
and disconnects the circuit?
that's kind of like my far.
Okay, that's the first thing.
That's my far one, though. That's like my far one.
Well, the second thing I have for you is electricity takes the easiest route.
It does.
Kind of. It's like water, right?
Right.
Somewhat. So why would it go from wherever into your house through thick like 14 gauge wire into this little wire into you when it could instead go to ground?
So if you, so sometimes people like to catch lightning into buckets to make cool glass, right?
All right.
And so they connect all these buckets with small wire to lightning rods, and then the lightning just goes through all of them and makes cool glass. It happens on the southern beaches of whatever state. So if, like, let's say your bed is usually made full of negative or positive ions, right? Which attracts lightning. It wants to go the easier route. So if it already has a good ground, it's going to rock that roll, right? All I'm saying is you're connected to something that's going to be going through. So if you're like on the second story of your house, sleeping in your bed, getting struck by lightning.
I mean, if you are touching your stove or your dryer,
Yeah.
that's connected to ground with a lot thicker gauge wire than what we saw on that.
And it also tells you not to do that either during a storm.
Well, maybe just don't use it during a storm.
Okay, yeah. Okay, cool. So that's my first thing.
Well, that's another thing too, though. Is like I've never even known or seen anybody that I've known I've never seen or heard of their house get struck by lightning.
The McLeaves house got struck by lightning and all their appliances burnt down.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
But
it's okay. So that happened one time.
Okay, that happened one time.
to somebody you know.
Somebody I know in our hood.
So.
But here's
that's
my
the other thing too, though, is that why did their appliance get broken?
Because they were all plugged in.
Yeah, because they were plugged in. So think about it.
Yeah, you unplug
why would they break though? Think about why they would break.
I totally know why they would break.
Why?
Because they're connected to the easiest path.
Yeah. So the reason is because the circuits inside them are not able to carry the amp load.
Yeah.
From the lightning
or the voltage load.
Yeah, right. So the circuit breaks.
Yeah.
Okay. So if you're sitting there touching that thing, I think the circuit breaks before you get electrocuted.
Okay, maybe.
That's what I think.
Okay. But like I said, that was my most severe left problem with it, okay?
Okay, what's your
But my
problem?
most common problem with it is how many people do you know can't plug anything in all the way?
Well, it depends on their outlets.
Right, that's what I'm saying too. So I know I'm going to throw a number out here, and it might be right, it might be wrong, but I'm going to say 65% of Americans do not plug things in correctly.
But if it's not plugged in all the way, then the lightning's not going to get to them.
All right, no more lightning. I'm talking about lightning.
All right,
Lightning's
you're
out of the
talking
way.
about something else.
I'm talking about when people plug in things to the outlet, they don't plug it in all the way. There's usually a gap.
Okay.
I've heard of so many people in my everyday that get shocked when they're trying to mess with unplugging something or plugging something in.
Yeah.
Okay, now look at that wire. It only plugs into the ground hole.
Yeah.
Most USB devices or phone chargers don't have a ground. They are only the two. So I could see someone plugging that in the bottom of their bed, underneath their bed, and the outlet that's in the middle that you can't really reach to with your hand. And they're like, oh, hey, I'm going to plug in my cell phone real quick and plug it in. And the next thing you know, a piece of spaghetti connects you, boom, right in your bed.
I don't think that would matter either, though. Okay, well, according to AI on Google,
Yeah.
let's read this real quick, okay? It says, no, grounding blankets are not safe to use during a lightning storm.
Boom.
It should never be used while exposed to lightning, as they can pose a significant risk of electrocution if struck by lightning. Even if plugged into a grounded outlet, the sudden surge of electricity can be dangerous. So why would the blanket only have one prong? Why wouldn't it still have the other two, and the other two just connect to nothing?
I don't know, but that comes just like that.
I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter though. If you
Right.
plugged your phone into the bottom one and your blanket into the top one, but you're still not. That's actually safer
no, because this
because
is
you're adding a ground.
I get it, but not if you ground out to your ground.
Well, yeah, if you put yourself in the middle of that,
Yeah, and what
you might get shocked.
right, and what I'm saying is most of the time people put their bed. I don't know. I've been in a lot of people's houses building IKEA furniture, and the first thing I usually see is like some cell phone charger that ain't in all the way. You know, I've seen burnt outlets from cell phone chargers not plugged in all the way, like toast.
So a grounding blanket is not designed to protect against a direct lightning strike, which can bypass normal electrical pathways.
Okay, see, they even backed me up on that
See,
one.
so it's probably in the warning though.
Right. Oh yeah, there it is.
Do you think anybody's died?
No, I don't know. Maybe.
You think so?
But my just thing is like
Let's see.
I really wish that they had a better design for it than that little. It looks jinky. Like I watched the whole video about it where they're plugging it in, and I'm like, man, yeah, I don't know. I could just see everyone. A cat. I definitely see cats effing with that. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, but it shouldn't matter though, because it's to the ground.
Right, but your cat. If your cat pulls it out and it falls
Yeah, but
on the prongs.
The cat will eat a live wire.
They love eating live wires.
So rats and shit like that, and they die
Right.
sometimes. Sometimes it kills them. So
Right.
if it eats the ground, I mean, we still have wires everywhere around us.
Oh, yeah,
we yell
well-
at the cat.
Well, mostly what I'm trying to get at is people are going to plug it in underneath their bed where they can't see the problem, the potential problem, and they go, you know what I mean? I wish that the plug was designed a little bit different.
But it's to the ground, so even if a cat bit through it,
Right.
it's not gonna hurt the cat.
Right.
You could touch the ground.
No, you could touch the ground, but what I'm saying is if they have another thing plugged underneath it that isn't plugged in all the way, which 68% of Americans have, it's going to connect. I just am saying, like, they
So,
could
like,
have
the
designed.
cat's gonna somehow gnaw through
Pull
the
it out.
shielding.
Well, no, like,
pull
even
it
just pull
out.
it out because it's so easy to
Okay,
remove.
then what's gonna happen? It's gonna drop on.
It's going to
the
drop onto a
prongs,
prong, or, yeah, because everything falls down.
and it's gonna short circuit.
or short circuit you. You know?
It'll probably blow the circuit. It'll
Well,
blow
yeah, well, if it only falls on one, it
blow
won't.
the circuit breaker.
Right.
It should.
I hope so.
If it only falls on one, then the easiest it's going to go to ground.
Yeah.
And you're over here though.
Right.
So it's not going to go to you and then come back to ground.
Well, what they say in the commercial is to plug it in every night, like so they see the guy pull it and plug it in, and
Yeah.
I'm like, man, it only goes into the ground though,
Yeah.
and it's circle. It's like,
Yeah. So the bigger question is does it do anything?
everyone says it gives you better sleep. I don't know. I just don't get that part
Like
either.
some people say it's good for inflammation.
Yeah, it's
which
supposed
is
to make
also
you feel good.
probably BS. There's like all sorts of issues.
Yeah, like
or things.
grandpa medical science on it. But look at the plug though. Like my main thing is like I ain't trying to like pick at it, but I just thought like,
You're
hey,
not trying to pick a pack of pickled peppers. Let's see. Let me go back.
Hold on, I'll be
I
right
don't
back.
know. Grounding blanket plug. Yeah, I mean it does just seem to be just a wire. I mean, at least this one is. I don't know what it says. 2-pack replacement grounding cable. I don't know. Maybe that's for something else. Maybe I didn't type it in right. Yeah, grounding blanket plug. That's what I typed in. So there we go. So yeah, it is. It's just that. But I don't think it would matter if it did have multiples. See, there is this type. This type is that might be for European or something. There's other kinds. There's kinds with 3 prongs on it.
oh, there is.
Yeah, let's see, like this one. Of course, it won't show me because I have to get rid of that. Oh, no, that's not what I wanted. Yeah, see, like this.
Oh, that one's cool. That's what I'm talking about. So that one's okay, but the one I saw last night on the internet or on the
Oh, this is anti-static wrist strap. Is that what anti-static wrist straps do? But see, there's this kind where
Yeah,
you
see?
just plug it in. But I don't think it really matters.
right.
You know, like based on your deal, this is what I'm saying to you. The scenarios that you're bringing up
Yes.
are like, well, that could happen with anything. You
No.
know,
Yes.
a cat could chew through any cord that you have anywhere, any wire that could cause all
Right.
sorts of issues. So it's not only the grounding blanket that has that issue.
True. That's true.
With the lightning, same thing. You could be holding your phone in your hand,
Right.
and the lightning strikes, and then you get zapped through it somehow.
At least, hopefully, it's away from you while you're sleeping. You know, because while you're sleeping, you have no control. You're sleeping there. You're stuck.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you would hope,
Right.
You would hope that the lightning would overamp the wire. I mean, it
hope.
would act like a circuit breaker.
But all I'm saying is, like, that plug right there, look at that. That, to me, plugged underneath someone's bed, and they always have a power strip. Like,
Yeah.
I'm talking about 80% of the hood homes I go into.
I
Like,
mean, why are
they've
you in
had-
their bedroom?
Sometimes I have to build their IKEA furniture in there. Sometimes it's a bed. Which, by the way, IKEA beds, don't buy them.
I mean, I haven't really ever seen anything from IKEA that was like really very good or whatever.
No, well, the bed one's hard to build, and it's so low. But my only thing is like, hey, I've seen a lot of. And we went red.
Oh, did we?
Yeah, I've seen a lot of problems.
I wonder why. So I wonder if it's this file or what. Well, we might as well just keep going, and I'll just upload it later, because like I'm gonna stop streaming. We can keep going, and I'll just
Okay.
upload it. I think what we're gonna have to do is we're just gonna have to record this podcast. I don't know why it's like this goes red, or if it's the time of day, or if it's something that they're doing, or what.
Right.
But we're just gonna start recording it and putting it out instead of live streaming it.
Okay, nice.
Anyways, what were you saying?
But I don't know. My whole concern, it really isn't a concern, but just like, what do you think? Like, does it actually work? Yes or no? No. I don't feel like it does. No. I feel like it's a. Should I keep talking or stop? Okay. But I feel like for the general public, okay, it's kind of a crazy idea. I don't think it's beneficial personally.
Yeah, I don't think
I'm just saying the pros, like the what ifs, because I've seen some things, man. I've like, come on, you know what I mean? Like
getting struck by lightning is a higher risk than whatever you're going to benefit off of it. Well, like people that are buying this stuff are like looking for either the last ditch thing, or they're just like looking for the easy way out. You know what I mean? You can't go to them and be like, well, you know, if you worked out and ate right, you would sleep better.
Yes.
Your inflammation there, maybe it's because you're like, 100 pounds overweight.
You keep drinking Mountain Dews all
and
day.
you drink Mountain Dew all the time.
Right.
Like your salt intake is like through the roof. Like maybe that has an issue on inflammation. I don't know how inflammation
It definitely
works.
does, yeah.
So like you eat like crap because you're a normal American. You don't work out, and then
Yes.
you feel like shit all the time. And you're like, oh, I know, I'll buy a grounding blanket, and then I'll just put that down, and I'll lay on it, and it'll help everything. Well, no, not really.
Not really.
You got to go do the work.
Right.
Like, so that's what we're learning.
Right, do that work.
Go do 75 hard. It's like, go work out. I don't know. So, but yeah, that's the biggest issue. I watch. Have you ever watched Electro Boom?
No.
He's crazy, but he's like, super smart about electricity. And he talked about this, and he's like, it doesn't do anything.
Oh, yeah?
He basically debunked it, and I wasn't really listening, so I don't remember why, but this dude right here.
Oh yeah, I know that guy.
Yeah.
I didn't know his name.
He's funny as hell.
He's crazy. Yeah, I love it when he like sits on stuff. Oh,
Yeah, he shocks himself.
shocks himself a lot.
He made a guitar where he put the strings as live wires from the wall.
Oh yeah.
Or he just fakes it really well. I don't know.
No, like he gets shocked for real. Like there ain't no faking some of that.
Yeah. Anyways, he did a video on the grounding blanket, and he's just like, it's just bullshit. It's like
Right.
you guys can't. I don't know why anybody believes this stuff. I guess, but it's like there is there is like this group of people. I guess they're like hippies that they really like to think. Like they talk about how we should be walking around outside without shoes on.
Right. So we can
Because-
ground.
Somehow we need to be connected to the earth or something.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Well, and then my other thing too is like a lot of stuff that people get attracted to buying, especially people that would buy that blanket, also buy things with, I don't know, that they should, like if you read the packaging, it says you're supposed to unplug them when not in use because it might overheat.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
You know,
why would it overheat?
because it's cheap. Like they make
Yeah, but no current should be flowing through it.
No, not that. No, but other things that they would plug in on top of it, like other things that they would plug around it. I'm just saying it's a multiplier. It's always a multiplier.
Well, I have a question for you. If you plug your phone in to the brick,
Yeah.
right, into the wall, and then you take a bath, and then you drop your phone in the tub,
Yeah.
do you think you get electrocuted?
Where'd you buy the brick from?
Right.
Because that's where it counts.
Yeah.
If you bought it from Temu, you're riding lightning.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that was a question because you would think you're only getting 5 volts and 1 amp into there, right? And so you shouldn't be able to electrocute yourself with that low amount, right?
Right.
But if you, like you said, if you get a cheap Chinese charger or from wherever, then it has a different type of voltage regulator that's still connected right to the live voltage.
Right.
If you get an expensive one, a proper one, then it will have an isolated what's it called, transformer in it, and so
Right.
you won't be connected directly to live voltage.
Right.
So I thought that was interesting because somebody said that, and I was like, "How is that possible?" But then I looked into it more, and I was like, "Oh, because somebody actually died. Some
Right.
chick died doing it."
Yeah, I saw that too. Or when they buy a bunch of them.
Milo, nobody's down here. Go upstairs.
No, Mom's in there.
No, she's not.
Ask her something.
Is she in there?
She's on the treadmill.
Oh, she's on the treadmill, Milo.
But I'm trying to ask her something.
What? Just go in there. Anyways. Milo, she's not gonna be able to hear you. She's gonna have headphones on. Yeah, I don't know. What were you saying?
So yeah, I'm just trying to say, like, I know people are going to like maximize their outlets, especially underneath the bed. So they're going to plug something in on top of that. I
Yeah,
promise,
well,
like,
maybe. Well, you know what I did? You can buy like this lamp on Amazon, and it has like 4 USB ports in it, and it's like a bedside lamp. What is it? Here, let me look it up. This is what you should do. Lamp USB. You like search up for this thing, and you can get like different. There's different like styles. And,
right.
I mean, I got like a little one. I got a little one. These are actually kind of like big. Like, I don't know. Like, look at this one here. But look, it's got 2 plugs.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Like it's like at the ones in the hotels. It's got 2 plugs there and 2 USBs.
Yeah, see, like that's a good thing.
You plug that into your wall, and then it's on your thing, so you don't have to. Yeah, see. The one I have though is like a little touch lamp, so it just kind of like turns. It's kind of like this, but,
Right.
But different, and it has like 4 USBs on it. So
I just started buying power strips with USBs on them.
yeah, I did that too. But the problem with the power strips is the thing just flops around everywhere, you know? So then what? You get some screws and you try to screw it in, and that only lasts like a month. Then it flops out again. Like power strips like just will not hold still.
They
You know
like
what
to
I mean?
walk around. Yeah.
It's just like everywhere. And it's like just it's always upside down.
Always
You're like
upside
trying to
down.
like You know what I mean? Yeah. Oh, this is the one that I got right here. There you go. Get you one of those.
See, get that.
See, and you just touch the top to turn the light on.
Don't be getting no USB blanket.
And then you got 4 USBs there. But how many people do you think sleep with their phone in their bed?
A lot of people.
So what happens if the lightning strikes and your phone's in your bed?
Hopefully it loops through it and the
You're
phone
like,
blows
you're
up.
cuddling your phone.
Yeah.
You know, like sometimes I hit the snooze and leave it there.
Right.
But I don't plug mine in. I just put it on a base.
Right.
And it
Magnetic charges.
Yeah. Anyways.
So,
I don't know, man. I don't think they do anything though. I think grounding blankets are probably just a good way to transfer money.
Yep.
Transfer money from
Away from you.
Away from you. Yeah. It's a money transfer device. That's pretty much all it is. I don't know though, man. I guess there's always the placebo effect, and if
Right.
if it works for them, then I don't judge. There's probably more dangerous shit they could be doing.
Oh yeah, lots. Well, or buying like lamps off of Temu and plugging them in. I keep
Yeah.
saying that. I should say something else.
Amazon. Well, why can't you buy? I mean, what's wrong? Is Temu Electronics really jacked up?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Take a voltmeter to some of them. They're wild.
I don't buy anything.
They get
up
dirty. Like they have dirty power, and
there. Yeah.
it's just because they have different regulations over
Yeah,
there.
so
they
because
don't have to.
They don't use transformers. I think that what do? They just hook up a capacitor to regular voltage, don't they?
Yeah. Or
and then that's what drops the volts. What? I guess. I don't know. I guess.
I don't know what.
All right. Anyways.
yeah, just some of the technology. Like I get people cutting corners or not really cutting corners, but just saving dollars. By not over engineering things, keeping things really simple. But
Yeah.
when you buy something that's like a good quality UL listed item, it's going to cost more.
Yeah.
And it's just been my experience that when people try these LED light things for their beds and they have like a wonky inverter for it, they get hot. They're trying to plug too much stuff in.
Yeah.
And I haven't like actually known anyone that's like burned their house down, but I've physically have seen like I've replaced outlets that have been jacked,
Go upstairs. Go find Mom. Okay? You guys need to leave us alone while we're doing this. You found what that's jacked?
like outlets that have been jacked, melted from
Yeah.
the loose connectors.
Yeah, well, so have I, but it's just because, people don't, it's, loose or whatever, they just keep using it.
Yeah, or
you
they
know?
bend the
and I'm
prongs
just like,
out.
what are you, I'm like, you're going to burn your house down.
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
you can't do this. Every time you plug it in, it sparks.
Yeah.
You're just creating a situation where that wire is eventually going to, we've seen it in dryers.
Yep. It's going to
Where
give out.
Eventually, the wire gets hot every time you do that.
Yep.
You're sending heat through it because there's a low resistance situation, right?
Yep, exactly.
Or a high resistance. I don't know. It's some sort of resistance issue. So, anyways, the wire gets hot and it eventually might melt the shielding off it. And yeah, catch
Well,
on
it's because
fire.
all the load is right there. It's not being taken out by the motor or where it should be. It's
Yeah.
all because it's sparking and arcing.
Yeah. I mean, there's a Reddit post about buying electronics on Temu.
Oh yeah, is it lengthy.
Yeah, probably. I really want to read through it all.
And I mean, I get that the world works the way it works, and
Yeah.
I just kind of want to be like for real about being safe about it. Like, hey, if you do buy this blanket, okay, cool, go do you, but don't plug anything else in the same outlet as it. Don't plug nothing else in there. Just only the blanket. Don't be trying to use the same plug for two things.
But everything's connected. So why does that matter?
Because you're only plugging that guy in the bottom, right? so here's your face plug, has two
Yeah,
holes
right.
and then the ground.
Yeah.
And you plug it in the ground.
Yeah.
Leave it alone. That's it. Don't plug nothing else in there.
I mean, why? What difference does it make? Let's say you plug one. So you realize if you plug something in the bottom and then you plug something in the top,
I'm just saying, like so the top
it's
one,
the same thing, though. You
No.
know, both of those are connected.
right?
Right
But
inside the wall, like
you're
one,
missing the point
1
here.
inch away. They're
you're
connected.
You're
again.
missing the point.
What's your point?
My point is, so there's two, right?
Yeah.
And if you plug an outlet in here, okay, that's cool. Plug the grounding blanket in here, okay, but don't put your block on top
Why?
because it's not going to seat all the way.
Well, maybe if it doesn't seat all the way, then yeah. But I
But
don't,
people will do it. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I've
Yeah.
seen this happen. That's my point. It's
I have some of my outlets are worn out, and
Yeah.
the cable will like fall out a little.
yeah.
You know. So, I guess I should start fixing outlets.
Outlets are cheap to fix. They don't take that long. You don't even got to kill the breaker to do it.
Yeah, but you know, I don't want to.
I don't want to, right?
Lazy.
So that's all I'm saying is, like, my main complaint is simply just that you shouldn't plug anything else in on top of it. I'm sure it even comes with a warning that says don't do that. You
Yeah.
better.
Yep. I mean, I'm sure there's lots of warnings in it, but like whether or not people actually read that crap or not, you know, I guess it's something else. This dude never texts me back.
Oh, yeah? What a bummer.
I think we're just gonna not then.
You know, Temu actually sells the mel-to-mel cords.
The suicide cords.
Yeah, everywhere else in the world does not.
Yeah.
You know what I'm just saying. Like, that's
Yeah, well,
what I'm saying.
that's the thing is like, you know, like you get what you pay for to some extent. It's not, everybody thinks that these corporations are just ripping them off.
No, they're not.
Look,
They don't
if
care.
they could make it cheaper and safer, they probably would. But I
Right.
think, you know, if we can let capitalism do its job, they will compete against each other and stuff will become cheaper
Right.
and still be good, you know? But if you get something that's super cheap, like there's probably a reason. And like, I don't know if you've ever watched Big Clive. Have you ever watched that guy? Let me look him up because he takes this stuff apart. And there, if you watch those videos, there's a big safety difference in something that's UL listed, like you said,
Yes,
right?
yes.
He's a YouTuber, and like basically he's another guy that's like an electrical type engineer.
Oh, yeah, I
guy,
watched him.
This guy,
Yeah.
and he does like, see, this is what his YouTube more or less looks like. Is like this. It's just a camera above, and he just will sit there and take things apart.
Yep.
But some of the stuff he takes apart is pretty dangerous. Like, have you seen that the shower heater?
Oh,
Or
yeah.
the shower light.
Yeah,
Is it
yeah.
a light or the heater? I
I
can't.
think the
remember.
heater. I've seen the
light.
heater one.
Where it's like, you know, you plug it right into the freaking wall, stick it
In the shower
in your
with you.
shower with
Yeah.
you. Like that doesn't seem great.
I watched the install video for that, where the guy's like plumbing it in, and he like points to the three wires,
Yeah.
and he's all, there's a seal that goes above it, and he like comments, make sure this is intact always. And I'm like, yeah. And it's on top too, so it's like the water's gonna run down into it and shock the crap out of you.
Yeah, well, I think that he got one that would just, he took it apart and it just didn't seem like it was a great
The whole thing
good
don't seem
idea.
like a great
I
idea.
can't even find out in Google. I don't even know what to search. But yeah, basically it's like a powered shower head.
Yep.
That's what it is. So you think of your shower head, and like I think some of them just heat the water, and then other ones have lights that come out of it, so you can like party in your shower or whatever. But it's plugged right into, you know, mains voltage, so it's like, yeah. I mean, especially over there, everything over there in Europe is 240, so they're not even like, you know, at least here we're at 110. I don't know. I guess you still die. Right? You still die the same way? You take a shower with a toaster? You
I
know?
mean, it's a
Or your shower head? You're
yeah.
still going to die?
You know, sometimes if depends on which leg, but usually you just get a little twang. You know,
Yeah.
like you can feel it. Like this.
You think you just get a little zap?
Sometimes I feel that, but I don't know. I've never taken a toaster bath, but
Yeah. Well, I'm pretty sure it's not good. Oh,
I'm pretty sure it's not. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's not good
Yeah.
either. Especially if it's dirty voltage. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Because dirty voltage will make your heart go really crazy.
Is that so? Is that a thing? It's like the dirtier, the more you're gonna die.
Yeah.
Let's see. What would you put in for that? Like a powered shower head?
Yeah, or powered shower heater.
Because like all I could come up with was like mobile ones. I wonder if they've stopped doing it. Maybe this is just like not a thing anymore.
They got over it.
They're like, oh, maybe this is a bad idea. We shouldn't do this. Well, look, here's like, there's one right here with lights on it. Yeah, I don't know, man. Maybe I'm just not looking at the right thing. Oh, this says it right here. Here we go. I found one. So this one on
Yeah.
the left. Okay, it says Lorenzetti Coral 110 volt electric instant hot water shower head heater. Plus free wall something.
Wall support / tube.
Wall support / tube. It's only $40.
Oh, it has 5 stars even. Holy moly.
Let's see if I can go to Amazon. Of course, now it's gonna mess up the algorithm.
It's going to be trying to sell you those all the time.
Well, no, it doesn't. It has 4 stars, 4.1.
Oh.
Yeah, there you go. There's the thing.
Yeah.
So. Yeah. Anyways.
Yeah, I don't know. I for one try to limit dangers around me.
What do you mean?
Like I don't want
Like
to.
you don't want a powered shower head?
Yeah, or I don't need a powered blanket.
Yeah.
I'm still skeptical about even electronic blankets.
Yeah. I mean,
I don't own one, but
I don't think that's such a big deal. It's like using a dryer, a hair dryer, you know? It's like it's going to have insulation in it. I think you're going to know.
Yeah.
Like you usually get the warning in life. I've noticed this. You'll be going along and they're like your truck will start leaking antifreeze, right?
yeah,
And that's your warning.
right.
So you can keep filling it up and keep filling it up. And eventually your engine's going to overheat. Like you're going to have one day where you let it go for like 6 months. There's no water in there.
Yeah.
And your engine's just going to go,
Bing.
right? But you had your warning 8 months ago.
Right.
So it's the same thing with this kind of stuff, I think. You're going to see that cat chewing on that cord. And you're going to have your warning, you know? Or the electric blanket, the same thing. The thing with the electric blanket is, like, if you have kids, they just turn it on.
Yeah.
So, like, like, once a month, at least, probably more, I walk in the living room, and the electric blanket's on the floor with nobody around. All the time, you know? And I'm just like, geez.
Well, even and nowadays too, the electronic blankets are different than the ones that were back in the day. Because I remember Mom had one when we were kids, and you could like feel the elements in it.
You
like,
still can.
Well,
But they just hide it more in, you know,
Right.
we're all soft now, so we're all weak, so we have to actually have a fuzzy blanket, you know.
yeah,
It's all hidden in, but I don't know why they didn't do that back then.
they should have.
Back then they just had a freaking plastic pad. I guess cuz you were just supposed to like put a blanket over it or on it or something.
Well,
you
like
know?
my mom had a big one that had it was like a full throw, and it had like wires across it, and it was like
What the crap?
you were supposed to roll it up a special way,
Oh yeah.
and if you didn't, it would jack up.
So Amazon just sent me a notification that said buy your new Hyundai. Can you buy cars on Amazon now?
Yeah, get a Hyundai.
Maybe it's a toy. I don't know. Of course, it won't load now either. Yeah. Anyways,
I want a Hyundai.
do you?
I saw, shipping. You know, if you're willing to pay the shipping, you can get whatever. But
Yeah. Yeah, look, it says right here. Prime members exclusive. Get $2,300 in Amazon gift cards when you buy a car. You can buy cars on Amazon now. It's literally what it's saying. You can buy straight up cars. I wonder if it's like a Carvana thing.
I saw one guy bought a car off of one of them websites for $4,000, and it cost $1,000 to ship it in, and then it was like super small and not what he paid. Well, not what the picture said at all.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I think eBay does it. It looks like it says Amazon Autos, so I guess it's just a new thing. But, it's like you can't, even car parts, they don't usually work. When I buy them on Amazon, it's like you got a 50% shot that it's going to be the right thing.
Right.
If you go to the auto store, you go to the parts store, you got like maybe a 70% shot that it's the right thing. But at least then you can take it back.
Right.
With
Well,
Amazon, you can't.
eBay said that they're like 100% on theirs now.
Yeah, or you can take it back, but it's such a big pain in the
Right.
ass that I just don't do it. I'm like, you want me to box this thing back up, drive it to a UPS store,
Right.
How come they can't like just have the Amazon guy that brings you the next
dropped it
thing?
off.
Like the
pick it
next
up.
day he's bringing you the next thing. Why can't
Right.
he just grab that thing from you then and take it back to wherever, Amazon, do that.
Yes.
It'd be better.
Pick it up the next service. What the F?
Yeah.
How hard is that?
What? To pick it up?
Yeah.
Pretty hard.
I was kind of thinking about designing a box for Amazon pickups.
Yeah.
That'd be kind of
Well,
cool. Like, not like, doesn't
For
have to,
drop-offs, you mean?
yeah, for drop offs. It doesn't have to
They-
be big or lock things up, but
Yeah.
just to let you know it's there,
Well, a lot of people do that. They have like special boxes so they can't get porch pirated. You
Right.
know what I mean? So you could do that. Do you get a lot of Amazon shit?
Oh, not really. I get a couple things weekly.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm not really even worried about the porch pirates because honestly, the only thing that those things protect is from honest people. Like, it just keep you from being dumb for 1 minute, Like the career porch pirates, I think they look for that for a challenge,
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if they do or not. I think I don't know what those guys are doing.
Well, they
Just
just,
like
I mean, they just go
jacked up.
hard all day,
Yeah, they just like go walk around and steal everybody's packages.
or drive around.
Drive around.
Or is it when they see a guy leave? Yeah, I
So
don't
why
know.
don't they just go get a job? Like, it sounds like a job. Why don't they just go work for Amazon?
Yeah.
They're doing what Amazon guys doing. If they went and worked for them, then they'd just make money, right?
Or if we
Get some benefits.
if we gave them the ability to take it back to the UPS store for you, yeah, there you go, Amazon. Pay the porch pirates,
Yeah.
the return pirates. Now
Are they though? Are they returning?
they need to be. I just don't get stealing anyways. What if you get like a whole big old box of tampons? Like, how many times do they get a big old box of tampons?
I don't know.
You think about it. Like, how many times are they
Yeah.
stealing like whole cassette
mean,
players?
The kind of stuff that I buy, it'd be like you're not gonna be able to like sell it to anybody.
part.
Or like a hoodie.
A hoodie.
A high vis hoodie. That's the last thing I bought. The last thing I bought is a high vis hoodie. Like, what are you gonna do with that? No, like
yeah.
the pawn shop's not gonna buy that from you. Probably, I'm assuming. I mean, So how many items do they get like that? Like, how many spatulas do they get?
Yeah, that's what I'm
Or
trying to say.
freaking,
Amazon. My safety shoes came from Amazon.
yeah, crap like that.
Oh man, these are good for forklifts. Right on.
Yeah, who knows? Or maybe they just don't sell it. Maybe they go trade it to bums for EBT cards, or whatever. You know
I
what
need to
mean?
do that. Yeah, I'll be like, hey, can I get an EBT?
Yeah, go
Give me some government
get
cheese
some groceries. On the man,
on the man on the man's dime.
it's jacked up, dude. All the EBT is jacked up. We should abolish it. What do you think about welfare, anyways? You like that shit?
No, I think it's bullish. I think it's good for old people.
Why?
Because some old people that I know, they're like on their Social Security, whatever. They got the EBT going. They're retired. They put in their work.
Oh, they didn't. they put their work in, then why don't they have any money?
Okay, I don't know about that. Anyway,
You know why? Because they didn't save.
because it didn't save.
They spent it all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Other than that, yeah, I'm against it. I feel like the people that are on it spend way more time going through the hoops that they got to go through to get the EBT money and the sad story money and blah, 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 cry money.
Yeah.
Yeah, they should just get a JOB. I could see, like, if, like, we had civil servants and that's how you paid them, like guys that are, like, firefighters or...
Yeah. I think this dude might be calling me. But I don't know if I can answer it. Here, hold on.
Okay.
We'll try. Might not work. Hello. Hey. Oh, shitty. Hey, no worries. I'm kind of out of time for today. If you want, if you get over there tomorrow morning, you could just, if you just shove them outside, I'll come get them. Like, they don't need to be. Yeah. That would be awesome. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, for sure, man. Thank you. Yeah. I mean, I probably won't, but I don't know. I do have an idea of something to do with these, so we'll see how it goes. I'll let you know on the next one if I want them or not. But because I'm not doing what I was doing, I'm not gonna do that anymore. But I might do a new thing, so we'll see. Right on, man. Right on. All right, later. Bye. Well,
Yeah.
he forgot.
That happens.
So now the question is, should I edit out that stuff or should I just leave it in? Leave it sloppy and dirty? Edit this shit, you know?
I mean, your call, man. You're in charge.
Probably not going to edit it.
Send it.
If like a bunch of people start watching it, maybe. I don't
Right.
know. Or should I just edit it? The thing too is like we should probably get rid of this background. Like maybe,
What's wrong with the background? I don't like it.
You
Makes me
like
feel,
it?
Yeah, it makes me feel airy. Like,
It's like,
oh, we're in a spacious building.
yeah, it's like there's no, it's kind of, weak and beta. It's like
Oh.
white and happy.
Okay, then put hell back there.
You know what I mean? Like, don't you think it should be like more badass or something? I don't know.
I mean, yeah, put a bar back there.
I mean, when I set this up, I literally had no time. I just Googled a search. I went on Pexels. If you know what Pexels is,
Yeah.
it's like royalty-free pictures you can get. So, and then I just found this one and slapped it on. Like that's why there's no, our other show has like actual. My face is all jacked up. Our other show has like actual more production value. You know what I mean? But.
I mean,
Or at least it has a bunch more shit up here.
if you want to get tricky with it, I support it.
I mean, I don't think it matters. Nobody's gonna watch this shit anyways. But whatever.
And even if they do, I mean, at least this looks nice.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know. I'll mess with it. Maybe I'll get something new soon.
Heck yeah. Well, I just know that the majority of Americans are kind of silly, and I just worry. I don't want them shocking themselves to death. I mean, I really don't care. I just kind of I saw it, and I was like, man, everything about that is wrong.
But has anybody died, do you think?
Like,
has the grounding blanket got anybody?
I don't know. If it has, I'm gonna laugh.
Let's see. Has anyone been injured
From the grounding blanket.
from a grounding
Oh, I guess I call it grounding sheet.
blanket or sheet? Well, let's see. While it is extremely rare, there have been isolated cases of people experiencing minor skin irritation or burns from grounding blankets, usually due to improper placement or contact with the skin, particularly if the blanket is not properly maintained or if the user has sensitive skin. However, serious injuries from a grounding blanket are highly uncommon when used correctly. So there you go.
So you have to use it correctly every time.
Well, yeah, but it's like anything. You know, a toaster is completely safe until you take a bath with it, right?
Or try to cook a
So
steak.
if you use it incorrectly, right?
Yeah.
Wait, what do you mean they're trying to cook a steak in it?
What?
You don't think that would work? Did you try it?
I saw a guy doing it on the internet.
I saw a dude freaking fold a tortilla with cheese in it and shove it in the toaster.
Done that.
And it worked.
I used to make toaster grilled cheeses for the kids.
Yeah. There you go.
That's what I used to call them too. Toaster grilled cheeses.
How do you do that?
Well, you put two breads in on low first.
All
And they
right.
come out hot, and then you put the grilled cheese in the middle, boom. And then you put it in the bagel side. And then when it pops out, then you put the butter on it.
Yeah.
Done.
So was there ever like any cheese that melted down in?
I'm not going to answer that
You don't
question.
know? So the answer is yes then.
I mean, I used to warm my pizza in the bagel side. Like, what do you do with the bagel side?
I think you put bagels
No,
in
you
it.
don't. That's a lie. That's an American lie.
Toasted bagel.
No, you put pizza in there.
You put pizza in there?
Yeah,
Like frozen pizza?
Well, warmed
What do you mean
like
pizza?
leftover
Like
pizza.
leftover pizza. Why don't you just put it in the microwave? If you put it in the toaster, doesn't it like toast it?
Yeah, it's like a little bit more fresh. It like makes you feel like you're at a restaurant.
You put it in the microwave with like a towel over it.
No, you just
It works good.
turn your toaster this way, up and down.
Does it work?
Yeah, it works. But you
Yeah.
have to put it on the back side, and then you push it with your thumb this way and put it in the bagel side. Warms it right up. Grills it a little bit. Smells fresh. It's
I
like
don't even use the toaster. I haven't used it in years.
I used to cook pizza on the heater, buddy, though too.
Yeah. How'd that go?
Went really well.
Yeah.
One time I dumped a pot of boiling water in my shoe, though. That was a bad time.
Seems like a bad idea.
Kind of was, but it worked really good. I used to cook ramen noodles on the heater, buddy, too.
Why don't you just get a stove?
I was in your garage. I did most of this in your garage.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Why don't you just use the oven in the house?
I was afraid of it. I don't know. I was outside in the garage. We had the garage chair, remember? The garage couch?
Yeah, so no wonder why there was mice in there. Like I haven't seen any droppings since then, you know? It's like, and that one time there was mice in there because you were cooking out there and they were probably just like leaving food everywhere.
I was clean
know?
about it. You had to look like I leave
Apparently
food
you
anywhere.
You weren't
I don't leave
clean
no food
about it.
anywhere.
Yeah, you do, because why else would they go in there? They weren't living in there. They were going in and leaving. So that means they were coming in for food and leaving. You know what I mean?
I don't know.
So like before you lived in the garage, there was no mice.
Right.
And then after you lived in the garage, there has been no mice.
So during the whole time,
During
of my
the time you lived there, there was mice.
you know, maybe they just like my company. They just come in and say, well, "Hey, what's up, dude? Oh,
No.
hey, what's up, guys?"
No, I know it's your food too, because you left like a bag of chips on the couch. That's how I figured out they were in there. I was out there smoking a cigarette,
Yeah.
and all of a sudden this fucking mouse pops up on the couch and starts eating your chips. Dude, you were sharing chips with mice
Oh, sharing
that you didn't even know.
Ha! Why didn't you tell me?
Well, I did.
I could have got the hantavirus.
I did tell you, but you know what happened before that.
Oh,
That
yeah.
wasn't the first time. You know what happened before. Like, I didn't know about it. Obviously,
I
you
didn't know about it.
didn't know
Obviously,
about
I
it.
would have done it.
Well, look at it. You lived through it.
I lived through it. Hantavirus survivor.
How many people you think really get the hantavirus?
Not very many.
Like, mice are around us all the time. You know, we work in the grocery industry. There's
Right.
mice at so many of these grocery stores. Like, you know, especially a new build.
Oh yeah, they're everywhere.
There's more mice at a new store than anywhere else because they used to live in the field
They used to live
where
there.
that store was, and now they live in the store.
They're coming back.
Yeah. Yep.
I don't know. Yeah, I get mice around us. They're not that bad. They do their thing. But I I now try not to encourage them to come visit a lot more. I'm more conscientious.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't be living in
So
the garage.
Yeah, well, you don't live in the garage anymore. Do they? Do they hang out near your house? Are
No,
Are they in your trailer?
Heck no.
Have you ever had one in there?
No,
Not even once.
not even once. I had one in my truck once,
Yeah.
but I remember how I used to have the battery in the back.
No.
I used to have a battery in the back that was
Oh,
connected.
Yeah, in your blue truck.
Yeah, and he like arced out.
What do you mean?
Like his tail was touching the negative and he was chewing on the positive, and
Is that enough?
it popped the breaker.
Oh, really?
I burnt one of them big, huge
Yeah,
black
but
fuses.
Did he live?
No, he was gone.
It's like I've seen him on YouTube videos dying like inside of like what's it, like the condenser, the AC condensers.
Oh, yeah.
Out in the yard, like a lizard or snake will get up in there and touch the like 220 volts.
Oh yeah, toast.
They just like kind of fry.
Yeah,
you
or
know?
on the capacitor in them.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's on the capacitor. So, or a mouse or something. I think the dude that I watch, he usually names him Jimmy.
Oh yeah.
And he'll like grab him, and throw him up on the grill and just like talk to him while he's changing the capacitor or whatever. He's like, "Good old Jimmy up here didn't quite make it."
That's funny.
Yeah. It's interesting. This thing still has that.
No, but yeah, I had one die. I mean, 12 volts shouldn't have killed it, or he wasn't like smoking, but he was not alive.
That's what I mean. I mean, I guess it's because he chewed on it. I mean, I didn't know that was enough to get him, because they chew on like wires in cars all the time and screw up the wiring, right?
Right. But he connected it enough.
Yeah.
Well, I know because it like made it. My car was like it had like I was driving and then the battery thing went wonky for a second. I pulled over and I looked in the fuse bus thing and it was blown.
Yeah.
And that made me
Blew a
really
fuse.
mad. Yeah, because I was like, man, nothing should have touched that. It was like in a marine box and everything, but his little nest was in there. And
He's living in there.
he was trying to. He didn't get very far.
The mouse whisperer.
Yeah.
All right.
Come with me, buddy.
Well, anyways, I think we should be done now. What do you think?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
All right. Well, thanks for watching, everybody.
Good first run. Comment,
Yeah. Subscribe.
ask
comment,
questions.
Do all the things, I guess. The normal things. Hopefully you got something out of this. Don't use a grounding blanket. They're probably a waste of money.
And if your name is Juan Hernandez, you can have crazy wild hair.
Yeah.
Talk about Alans.
I guess so. Okay, bye.